I woke up bald, the day before my sister's wedding. My mom cut my hair while I slept, so I wouldn't look prettier than my sister. She called it justice. Dad said, now maybe someone will finally pity you. They had no idea what I would do next. Update 2. The rehearsal dinner was the breaking point. I wore a modest navy dress, flat shoes, and minimal makeup. I sat quietly at the far end of the table, and only spoke when spoken to. But Emma's fiancé, Jackson's brother, Mark, kept engaging me in conversation. He was the best man, and seated beside me. You and Emma look nothing alike, he observed. You're both beautiful, but in completely different ways. Thank you, I replied quietly. Emma's the real beauty of the family. That's not what I see, he said kindly. You have this natural glow about you, and your hair is amazing. I've never seen that shade of blonde outside of a magazine. I didn't realize my mother had overheard this exchange, until I saw her whispering furiously to Emma, both of them staring daggers at me from across the table. Emma excused herself shortly after, and I found her having a complete meltdown in the restaurant's bathroom. You're ruining everything, she screamed, mascara streaming down her face. Mark hasn't stopped looking at you all night. Jackson's whole family is probably wondering why he didn't pick you instead. Emma, that's ridiculous. I tried to reason with her. Mark was just being polite. Everyone here is celebrating you and Jackson. Then why did his mother ask if we were both models? She said we had the same cheekbones. Emma sobbed. You always do this. You always steal my spotlight. I spent the next hour calming her down, reapplying her makeup, and assuring her she was the most beautiful bride to be in the world. By the time we returned to the table, I was emotionally drained, but hopeful we'd moved past the crisis. That night, after returning to my parents' house, where I was staying for the wedding weekend, I made a special effort to connect with Emma. I knocked on her childhood bedroom door, with a peace offering of her favorite tea. Can we talk? I asked gently. Surprisingly, she let me in. We sat on her bed like we used to as teenagers, and for a brief moment, I saw vulnerability instead of jealousy in her eyes. I'm nervous about tomorrow, she admitted. What if I'm not good enough for Jackson? Emma, he adores you, I said sincerely. Anyone can see that. You're going to be a beautiful bride, and have an amazing life together. For a fleeting moment, we connected like real sisters. She even hugged me before I left for my own room. Thanks, Caitlin, she said. I'm glad you're going to be there tomorrow. I went to bed that night, feeling hopeful. Maybe the wedding would mark a new chapter in our relationship. Maybe once Emma was securely married, her insecurities about me would fade. I fell asleep making mental promises to continue supporting her, to keep being the bigger person, to never give up on our sisterhood. I had no idea that while I dreamed of reconciliation, my parents were plotting my humiliation. The sensation of something brushing against my face woke me up. Still half asleep, I reached up to brush it away, and felt something soft fall across my hand. I opened my eyes to see a long lock of blonde hair, my hair, lying on my pillow, confused. I sat up quickly, and more hair fell from my shoulders. That's when I saw my mother standing at the foot of my bed, scissors in hand, a pile of golden hair at her feet. My hands flew to my head in horror.